And hello everyone and welcome into yet another live stream. This is live stream 1 to 4. There we go. And there we go. Some great music in the background and we are starting. Everyone say hello to Mark for a second. There we go. Full screen if I may. Alright. Today we'll be boring some boring stuff. I'm already losing my mind. We'll be doing some boring stuff. We'll be animating things, 3D and animating and manimating. It's always so fun to say. I don't know why. Let me just open up my file with scripts for videos. So today we have 21 animations to make. Yeah, I'm doing another animation. Yeah, I'm doing another video speedrun, and I do need to do it rather quickly. So I suppose I feel like we should start with Blender, I suppose. There are 13 animations to do in Blender. Blender 3.5, it's really fun. Recently, all the applications, I really like this black bar. It's such a tiny improvement, but it's so pleasant to look at. Minor thing, well, it does so much. Alright, step by step. First of all, friction in depth. That's what this first one is called. Yeah, there will be some so let's do animations and let's do friction. Save Blender file. And yeah, we'll be doing friction for now. I'd like to show people what friction really is. In order to do that, we should showcase some sort of object. Wait, is the stream public even? It is. Alright. In order to showcase what friction actually is, we'll have to do the zoom in. So, we will add displacement. Displace, I'm pretty certain that's what it is. We will use a new texture, and the texture itself will be really simple, be just clouds. That's it. For this we'll have to subdivide it a bit, couple times. Yeah, now another 2 subdivisions. This one can be simple +1. And another over here +2. Is +2 too many? It might be. No, we shouldn't scale it like this. We should change the strength down. There we go. That looks pretty decent, doesn't it? Yeah, now we can scale it up, like so. It has a lot of geometry, to be fair. It does. It really does. Can we lower this? Oh, yeah, we can. Cool. We will lower this, because, my goodness. We cannot really lower this. This is required for... Yeah, for it to be really fine. And over here... we'll add another plane. Like this. Also rather big. Like so. Let's actually move it up, there we go. Over here, once again, we'll have subdivision, simple this way. Subdivided a couple times. Then we'll get displace. Once again, texture. Strength down a bit, 0.2, it seems fine. And then once again, subdivision surface, like 2. Over here we should do probably 3. There we go. Auto smooth, and yep, seems about right. The only problem is that these are not really squares. They should be squares, all of them, because otherwise it will look weird. You'll see how much of an improvement it. This is broken already. This upper thing, obviously, this is broken. Oh, because over here for some reason it just added. There we go. Now it's fine. Yeah, and now as you can see, it looks much better because it ain't squished. If you know what I mean. You probably don't, because even I don't really know what I mean. We will be rendering its cycles, GPU compute, and now for the animation itself. Well, for the animation, we should take the camera And we should first of all give it some juice, and by give it some juice I mean add another 0 over here. There we go. It will take a while, alright. Let me just move it like this. Doink. I'd rather not have it see the edge. I could just scale it, I suppose. I'll actually move this over here. How does it look now, by the way? Looks like this, pretty solid. If I do say so myself. Yeah, I know it seems pretty solid, no comparison, right? Whatever we are doing. But this is friction. This is friction. This is how friction looks on small enough scales. And if we just were to move it down ever so slightly to actually, there we go. And now we can move it back. Well, actually, a bit to the front. Yeah, this is how I do all my animations. Over here, we'll start like this. Up to 250, we'll do just the camera zooming in. Like this, a pan like that. Seems very solid. I'd rather keep it low, if I may. Thank you, do not see the edges. If this will be for a video, so you'll be able to reuse the video and see that I am not showing anything outside, because then it would just take too long to render. As I said, we have 13 Blender animations and 18 Manim. All of them I'd rather do today, because my social life is all gone. Alright, how does it look now? Yeah, it looks decent. I would really also love to set up... Yeah, that's a good one. Now a couple more things. First of all, this will start over here, but on the frame 1500, 600 to 2000, let's say, it will be already on the other side, like this. And because of that, it will be moving really slowly, but it will be moving. To really add this feeling of it being there, like moving really slowly because of how small we are. Actually, how slowly is it moving? Very. Mwah! Great. Perfection. Yeah, this is friction. Kind of. Like, this is non-scientific. I should mention that. This is very much non-scientific. But basically, surfaces aren't really smooth. Looks cool. Hi, Detefta! Hi! Welcome! I'm sorry, for the past few days I was streaming at very awkward times, because I know I was streaming at night in America. I'm very sorry for that. I will get back to streaming, because there is a point at which both Europeans and Americans can join now. I'm trying to fit that in. And because of that, I was streaming at night when I made the battery charger, the very fucking dumb battery charger, which is just cables. It was the fun, yeah, like, it was a fun thing. Just see the battery charge. I charged battery so that it at the beginning it had 1/10 of a volt, and then it had 0.16 of a volt. Alright, doesn't matter. Now, worse, yeah, it's such a dumb thing. It's so dumb, because the battery charges are so easy to make. It's upsetting, actually. It's actually upsetting me. Alright, and what we'll do over here is we'll do mix shader. Is the music too loud, too quiet, anything? I don't know. We need some feedback on that. Right, over here we will do mix shader. Background will have strength of 0. And over here we'll do a sky texture, like this. With some sun intensity down to like 0.1. Oh wait, sorry, it should be like this. And over here 0.01? That looks awful, doesn't it? Oh, that does look awful. 0.5. It looks very blurry. I genuinely... I know how I can fix it, but it won't be a good idea. I could just add another, like this. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, no. Because over here in this texture I can also add some depth, like 3, there we go. 4. Oh, my PC is still running. It is still running. Okay. Let's go for the kill. 5. Yeah, that looks very good. I'm sorry, my dear Cerebrum, that's the name of my... I'm very sorry. Let's do 4 in render, 2 in viewport, and over here let's do 2 in viewport, 4 in render. How would 4 look over here actually? I'm curious. Ah, I can feel it. Yeah, it looks good. That's how you can make, you know, displaced things. Obviously, if we were doing it for some normal render, for normal stuff, then you would probably lower down the strength to 0.1. Just these 3 modifiers, and then it's barely visible, but 0.5 for this, because this is a massive object. Yeah, as you can see, it adds, like, it's more realistic. Also, it eats up your graphics card like a monster, but no, that doesn't actually matter in this case. Because it's a simple animation, no colors, no nothing. Oh yeah, why we did this mixed shader, obviously, it's because our animation, we wouldn't really love an intro to our animation, that's why we'll start with everything black, and we'll finish on like frame 150, we'll finish with everything bright. And because of that, we'll get an effect which looks like this. Yeah, it's pretty decent. I would love to add some more stuff, for example, depth or field or motion blur, but this won't matter. The scales over here are so massive, it will not change a thing. Yeah, this will be our first thing. I will not be rendering it now, but I will be rendering it later in bulk, which basically means that we can do friction 2, and we'll do this second one. This second one will be rendered with the first one to save time. As I said, I'm doing a video speedrun. I have a lot of animations to do, so we cannot re-render on stream. -90. There we go. Oh yeah, let's do it very cinematic. We'll start at 250 and end at 650. Seems decent. We'll do it like this. At 400, it will be... We'll move up like this to see the... Ooh. Oh yeah. Marvel called. They want to hire me. There we go. Looks terrifying. Do you think it looks terrifying enough? let's move it to like maybe 750. Yeah, this will be the second animation. Then we'll have a third one because I really would love to. Would love to add, like, I'll talk a lot during this animation. I would really like to give myself the time to do it. And having more animations is better than having too few, so... Journey of our lives. Take another picture before we say goodbye. Oh, and now we're standing side by side. Everything but let's let it die. One last time, let's live for something. I can hear my blood rushing, it's saying goodbye. We'll be back one day, and we'll find our own way. No way, crashing down with mistakes. 'Cause we'll be back one day. Doo-doo. So yes, this is what friction actually is. All of those tiny interactions look like this. It's not really a force. it's not really a force, it's just, force is an oversimplification. Good, actually, this would be probably a much better way to see it. There we go. Oh, I didn't set up the rendering. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna look very fun. Yeah, so basically, this is around how much time every animation takes me for a video. So yeah, these animations. Which one? Oh fudge! I have a brain freeze right now. Obstruction. There we go. The thing, yeah, the animations are not hard to make. Let's do it. Frames. This will be animation 3. There we go. Open recent. This, you can see how Blender is rendering stuff when an object is kind of fun. Alright, over here you can do it as new era, still working on 2. Open recent and friction. I actually screwed up because there's also one more thing which I should change, and that's the render settings. 4096 samples is insane. That's insanity. 256 is more than enough. I can show like 12 bounces. I can turn that to 3, and the render will look just fine. It will look very good actually. So this is around, well, 8 times faster than the previous render. 16 times faster. And it looks exactly the same. Absolutely nothing changed. 12 light bounces and 4096 samples could be for professionals. Maybe. Even when I was rendering professional, I was doing 1000 samples, 1024 samples, and 8 light bounces. Because it's not necessary to use that many light bounces. That's insanity. What's going on with this? What's wrong? Simple cut and clad. Oh, this one is using 1. Is that the issue? Unless this should use 5. Oh, this could use 5. Alright. 5. There we go. Ouch! Please. Come on. Come on. There we go. It can still render it. This is an insane amount of vertices over here. Alright. Once again, this divided by 16. And over here, 3. This one should be 1 and 5. Open recent friction 3. This one should be 1 and 5. And divided by 16. Light paths 3. There we go, first animation complete. Now it's time for the next one. This one I'll skip, this one I'll skip, this one I'll skip. Star rotation, which is a very simple thing actually to do. A very simple thing to do. Alright. Animations. Frames. So over here we'll do star. There we go. Now, how does one go around creating a sun? Well, I suppose the best way to do it would be to do it with, first of all, we will need from frame 50 to 200, and we'll have to set up rotation for, there we go. So add plane axis, parent, and now we can rotate camera around the object, which is very convenient indeed. Transparent, there we go. Sick. Now we'll have this keyframe rotation, then we will do 90 degrees rotation. Then we'll do 90 degrees rotation. Then we'll do 90 degrees rotation. The reason why I'm setting also a keyframe over here is because it's easier to do that than to change the entire animation to linear. It's just simpler. There's no other reason for it. Rotation, there we go. And now never mind, we're changing the animation to linear. So here's the actual way, because this and this are in the same place. Thanks to Math. Thank you, Math. You're wonderful. Now, let's do Graph Editor. And we shall go for this blue, which is for some reason just stretched over to infinity. Thank you. It's actually very convenient. Take all of them and interpolation mode linear. Delete keyframe, delete keyframe. Interpolation linear, if I may. This one, there's an issue with this one, because this is in 90 degrees. This is 180. Huh. That's handy, is it pretty cool? Which means we'll need to move them over to 50. Please work. It's kind of a bit of. Oh wait, because 250. Yeah, that's why. Makes sense actually. Timeline, if I may. Come on, can I? Thank you. 250. 249. 248. Ah, beautiful. All right. Now that we have this thing set up, we'll just have to turn this sphere in the middle into a star. How do we do it? Well, we could do it the boring way with some texture or something, or we can do it the fun way and the very expensive looking way with quick smoke. Smoke which will have a much smaller boundary. There's no need for like this. That's good enough. And now now here comes the fun, because this will be computationally expensive to say the least. Dissolve noise, dissolve 5 will dissolve actually after 2 and slow. From 1 to 150, yup. Oh wait, how to loop simulations Blender. Oh yeah. Perfect looping close simulator, yeah. Ah, that's on default. Smokes. Oh wow, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Who would have thought?
I'm not sure how often this technique is used in any. The next instance would begin and continue the loop from that point. Now this could be enough for you, but if you need to render loopable footage, then you need to set the start and end of the animation.
Wait.
The idea is to begin and end the simulation without any smoke in the domain. So during the first instance of the simulation, right when the emitter stops emitting smoke, the next instance would begin and continue the loop from that point.
Oh, that's actually. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's actually a very simple solution. Yeah, I know why I didn't think of that. That's that's obvious actually. So we'll do from 1 to 200, or from 2 to 200. Math. From 2 to 200, right? Because then Look at 48. Yeah, from 2 to 200. Let's bake it. Let's see how it looks already. Yeah, this bake will take a lot longer than this. The final bake will take 5 minutes, 6, and will be on CPU because it's not. Yeah, as you can see, it looks pretty festive right now. Our festival will start, except it isn't yet. We still haven't done anything. But for now, yeah, it's a ball of smoke. In order to actually turn it into a solid star, we'll have to go over here, shading, volume info. Then we have density and temperature, and temperature is because we are doing smoke and fire. So color ramp, we put the temperature through the color ramp. We bring color ramp up to emission color, emission strength 1. Now it's glowy, actually, or emission strength this. Now there we go. Now only the hot parts. The actually hot parts are emitting stuff, and now we can do the same thing except emission color, and we will do the least hot ones are, I'm pretty certain, should be red. So full of pain, why don't you sing along, my friend, for it's our last refrain. Forever young, never strong. Never afraid. That does not seem like a color of a star, does it? To be fair, color of a star could be. I'm pretty certain there's more colors of stars than just red ones, but I do like the idea of a sun. I don't know, it just seems a very. Are you serious right now? If I turn them. Wait, really? It's higher than 1. Why? Math, if I may. Divide. There we go. Yeah, it wasn't so hard, was it? No. Yeah, looks rather solid. It looks weird, let's be real. It looks very much weird. But that's for a couple of reasons, actually. Shading, first of all, how do I fix it, actually? That's a good question. How do I fix this? How do I fix it looking weird? That's gonna give me smoke, but not what I need. If I make it really bright, it gets, yeah, it's better for what I need, but not quite. Problem is that from the front it doesn't, because it's yeah, that's the reason. What happens if I were to switch them? Wow, that looks way better. All right, we're switching. That looks like a proper sun. Well, obviously it doesn't, because the animation is not quite there. Now it's time to tweak the animation, because right now, as you can see, it's suboptimal. Now, how do we? Well, 250 let's do. This is 250 from 1 to 150. And let's stop emitting stuff. How do you do it? Wait, how does one go around not emitting smoke anymore? Not smoking, I don't want to smoke, I want to quit.
Make the second instance begin on frame 1. Anyway, stuff, I swear. And the only setting that stop locating this. Now, here it is. When the first instance stops emitting smoke, the second one starts. The simulation in the opposite way you expect. Let's look at the emitter to know when it stops, which is at frame 180. That's when we want the...
Oh, that's a very smart way to do it. Obviously, just stop emitting. I'm an idiot. So, 1, emit, 200, stop emitting. Obviously there's way more stuff to tweak here, but I would like to first get the basic idea.
So I'll just create a new collection and import the VDD cache. Oh, that's not what you want to see, just NDA stuff, I swear. We'll need to use OpenVDD to be able to change the timing of the simulation from within the project, so that's why I'm doing this. So here it is, and the only setting that really interests us here is the offset slider. But as you can see, it's offsetting the simulation in the opposite way you would expect. So the lower the offset is, the later the instance begins, so just keep that in mind. Let's create the second instance by just duplicating this one. Before we offset this bad boy, we need to
That's a very advanced. That's very advanced. That's a very advanced way to do it. Very advanced, and also this one, just wow. Just wow. I could also do it the cheesy way, I suppose. I suppose I could do it the cheesy way. The cheesy way being rendering from... Yeah, I suppose I could do it the cheesy way. Alright, let's try to turn it into a star. So, first of all, field weights, gravity, turn that off, we do not do that. Heat 0, binds heat 0. And now, let's see where we stand. Because there's also cheesy way, you see, fire has a lot of... How should I say this? Fire has a lot of weird stuff, right? It has a lot of randomness. Oh yeah, yeah, makes sense that if I turn everything off it would look like this actually. Heat 1, very small heat, that's what we are going for. I suppose I could put a force field in the middle, that would push everything away. If the heat will cause it to rise only up and not in all directions. Or if the heat won't walk, then what we will do is we will add a force, which will be there we go, there's a force. I don't know why it sometimes... Oh, because I have to be inside the main to see it, because of how... Yep, makes sense. A strength 1, yeah, decent, let's try it. On the statue. Please walk. The rest of the animations for this... Well, I mean, it does work, actually. It works very solid. It works very solid. The only problem is it's too chaotic. Right? It's pushing too much. Which can be fixed really simply by doing 0.6. Good enough. And now over here, what we have to do is now we have to kill our PC. Because right now, we will do noise. Appress factor 3 or 4. And resolution division 128 or 256. Will you survive 200? Oh, that's... Don't crash, please. I'll change it to 128. Just don't crash. Come back, Blender. No, please, mate, chill. Chill, we are good here. There's no issues. If you would be so kind as if to not... Okay, well, I think... Great! So maybe let's not do this much. Why did I do that? Okay, if one frame... Can you even hear me, by the way, right now? Or is it just like... cracking sounds? Encoding overloaded, consider... Yeah, I think I... Whoops! There I go. There I go.